I'm so excited to record this video. What's good, y'all? My name is Jessamine Stanley. Welcome back to my channel. I teach the yoga of everyday life. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join my yoga studio, the Underbelly, here on YouTube. I know I was just talking about yoga and you're probably like, what do yoga and masturbation have to do with one another? Yoga isn't just about physical exercise. Like, you can take lots of regular yoga classes with me here on YouTube for free and on the Underbelly studio. But yoga is really about aligning all the different parts of your life. It's about uniting your body, mind, and spirit. What better practice to unite your body, mind, and spirit than masturbation? Really, masturbation is like the ultimate yoga practice. And honestly, practicing yoga has dramatically enhanced my sex life. Like, I don't even remember sex before I started practicing yoga, and especially since I started like really focusing on meditation and breath work, yoga has completely changed the way that I approach sex. It's totally evolved and taken my orgasms to another level. Yoga is the key to having a really good sex life. All I will say for right now is that masturbation is the ultimate yoga practice. I'm so curious how y'all masturbate. Like, how do you masturbate? What do you do? When did you start masturbating? Do you masturbate? Maybe you don't masturbate, because that's so real and deeply relatable, and there's so much shame about it in our society. So like, that would make a lot of sense. Drop in the comments your experience with masturbation, whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or you're somewhere here in the middle. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. Yeah, masturbation is an incredible way to get to know yourself, and it's a really important tool for having sex with other people, so that if you learn by touching your own body what you like, what you don't like, most importantly, what you don't like, then you will be able to communicate that to somebody else. Now, why am I doing this video? Because I grew up being really ashamed of masturbating. Like, I thought that it was so dirty and bad, and I thought that I was a bad person for doing it, and I just don't want for other people to feel that way. Let's change things. Let's talk about masturbation. Let's do something different. Let's evolve as a society. I don't know about you, but I've definitely had like silent sex. Do you know what I mean, mate? Do you know what I mean? Do you know about silent sex? We just sort of like, and you're like not talking, but you're like literally inside someone, but you're not having a conversation with them. Like, yeah, let's not do that. That's enough of that. I grew up in a household where we really did not talk about masturbation. I do, just to my parents' credit, they definitely gave me a book that was about sex in general. There was all kinds of stuff in that book. There was a chapter about homosexuality. It was like Bridget's uncles are doing blah, blah, blah. There was definitely a chapter about masturbation, but we never talked about it. It was like they gave me the book and then they were just like, okay, cool, so you're gonna figure that out. You'll take care of that on your own. And I was like, huh? So when I started masturbating, it was just like deep shame. I also grew up in an extremely religious household. Like, when I started masturbating, I would use this pillow. I had this one pillow, and that was like my guy. Like, me and that pillow was like my first partner, for real. Like, we kicked it. That was how I masturbated from like childhood until my 18th birthday. And on my 18th birthday, my high school girlfriend and my best friend took me to a sex shop, and I got my first vibrator. And then that was my boyfriend for years. I am very close friends with my vibrator. I currently use a Hitachi magic wand. I am obsessed with the Hitachi. I'm a devotee of the Hitachi magic wand. We have a link in the description box below where you can get your own Hitachi magic wand, because you need one. And I've done, if you don't believe me, I've done a review of the Hitachi magic wand on my OnlyFans, and you can check that out right now. There's a lot of different ways to masturbate. Everybody has their own technique. What I'm gonna talk about in this video, these are just my technique. I think the most important thing about masturbating is to be patient with yourself. Like, personally, it can take me a really long time to come, especially if I am very distracted. Giving myself enough time to do it. Like, I hate having to masturbate in a rush. That is the worst. Just being able to like kick it, smoke a J, relax, just enjoy, like setting some time aside. And I like to set that time aside on a daily basis. I went through a period of years where I was like, I don't need to masturbate every day. And then I started masturbating every day and I was like, oh my God, what was I doing before? I have to masturbate every single day. If you are socialized femme, like we are not socialized to think that we should masturbate every day. And it's really easy to think that it's just not that important, but your work productivity will skyrocket when you start masturbating.
You jerk off? Do I jerk off? Yeah. Yeah, I jerk off, yeah. How many times a week? Like, three, four times, maybe. I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
It's because it's clearing out all the different gunk that just lives in your body. Distractions, trauma, fear, like masturbation will help clear that out so that you can be more present and show up in all of the different things that you do in your life. I usually masturbate either right before bed or first thing in the morning. And usually I masturbate first thing in the morning for two reasons. Number one, usually when I'm getting in bed, I'm so tired at the end of the day that I do not feel like masturbating. I'm like, bitch, I'm going to sleep. But I like to masturbate like first thing in the, like literally as soon as I open my eyes, I'm like, what's going on? Here's a breathing technique that I think can be really helpful when you're masturbating. So like when you have decided to masturbate, if you inhale really deep from the very bottom of your belly, inhale through your nose, and then exhale out of your mouth, let it go. And then the next one, dig even deeper with your breath. Inhale deep through your nose from the very, very bottom of your belly all the way up. And then exhale it out of your mouth, let it go. And doing that over and over again is gonna help you get in touch with your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and those are the chakras that are really gonna help unlock your sexual organs so that you're able to unite the sensation that's going down below your waist into your mind space. And your mind is really where the orgasm is gonna come from, at least in my experience. Once I actually start masturbating, my breathing changes. So like it might start with like, eventually it becomes like, so it's nice to practice that too. So let's do that. Just some short, deep breathing through the mouth. Inhale through your mouth, exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your mouth, exhale out of your mouth. It's like fanning the flames of a fire. And so it's like the hotter the breath gets, the faster it gets, the slower your body is moving. I also think that having good mental stimulation is key. Like whatever kind of porn you're gonna be watching, whether it's video porn, audio porn, written porn. I'm really into erotica. Actually, right now I'm really into the text conversations that I'm having with one of my lovers. So there's just lots of different ways to get off. I find a lot of commercial porn to just be like really boring, very cis-normative. Even when it's queer, it's frequently very cis-normative. And so having like literally a bookmark bar that you can just go to and that you know is gonna get you off is so important. And then please drop in the comments your favorite places to get porn, because you know it can be hard out here. Okay, ways to masturbate. So these are literally just the ways that I do it. Usually I will do it either with my hands or with toys, and usually I'll use toys. So I'll use my vibrator, my Hitachi magic wand. If I'm feeling very adventurous and I have time to spare, I will also use my dildo, and I'll like myself with my dildo and hold my vibrator on my clit. That is my go-to way to come. Sometimes I will use my hands, and I do really like using my hands. It's just that sometimes like it can be really time consuming, and I can imagine for some people that carpal tunnel or arthritis is a thing, and so it's just kind of painful. There is a very intense sensation that can only really come from me if I'm using my hand, so that's nice. In order to use my hand, I have to really give myself the time and space to enjoy, to be chill, because otherwise like it's not gonna happen. Like I had been masturbating for like 10 to 15 years before I learned how to come with my hand, and even now when I do it, I'm like, do I know what I'm doing? Have I done this before? That's the vibe. What do you need to know to prepare for my masturbation video on OnlyFans? You don't need to know anything. Just show up as yourself. It's gonna be circle jerk style. We're just gonna hang out and masturbate. You could just come to watch, quite frankly, and then maybe halfway through you decide to start yourself. Like, have fun with it. Just play with it. Come as you are. What's one stretch that you can do right now to get ready for masturbation? Meditate And in order to meditate, practice breath work. Go back, do the breath work that we did before, where you inhale deep through your belly, through your nose, and then exhale out of your mouth. Do it again. Inhale deep through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. Let it go. I am so happy that you finished watching this video. Don't forget to check out my masturbation video on OnlyFans. Join the Underbelly, my yoga studio, here on YouTube. Until next time, I'm Jessamine Stanley, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. I love you. I'll see you next time.